Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sim's YouTube channel, and welcome back to Elm Creek Farm. This is episode number 20, and we are in the next game. We're in the same game day that we were in when we were together when we harvested these oats off of this field. And we're just finishing up picking the straw up, and George is has already moved over and began to mulch the field, just trying to get these fields prepped for oilseed radish as quickly as possible before the next field comes due to harvest, so that we don't have a whole lot of stress come later this fall, because we do have a lot of things that we are going to need to do. And of course, we've got our grapes, we've got our soybean field over at the greenhouses and the vineyards. And of course, this field is wheat, and we've got a lot of corn that we're going to need to chop. And I found a problem post release of the 1.2 update. This hay straw barn is no longer working. Straw is not accepted here. So um, I don't know what is wrong with it. It's not full. It's full of hay, but it is not full of straw, and so we're just going to drop that there. What I did was I kept track of the amount of straw that we pulled off that field, and it's going to be almost enough to see us through the winter and spring and early summer until we can harvest more straw for the next year. So I don't think we're going to mess with straw on the big wheat field. We will just go ahead and harvest that wheat field when it comes available to harvest, and um, and then and then basically call it good and not have to worry about that. So that is kind of good to know, right? Let's go ahead. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and prep that field with oilseed radish. We can't plant anything in the field now. There's no ability to double crop or anything in the way that seasons functions. And let's open up our and start filling with seeds, and then we'll close the top. We can't double crop or anything like that. So, irregardless of really what we do today, um, we would need to wait some time before we would plant either wheat or canola, because those are our two options for winter. Well, maybe barley. Is barley a winter crop? Let's just go in here and take a look together. I believe that it is. Yeah, wheat, barley, and canola are winter crops. So yeah, we could seed that field in August, but we want to go ahead and put oilseed radish down on it, and that's going to give us our first level of fertilization, and then we may come along and when we cultivate that in, or just light disc it in, come in and uh, put slurry on top of that, and that would give us our second layer of fertilization, or it should give us our second layer of fertilization, and then we would be good to go without any chemical fertilizers. So we will see how that kind of works out as we move forward. We're not, we're not in a fast rush to basically free ourselves from chemical fertilizer dependencies and such as that here on Elm Creek Farm, at least not for this year. We would like to be able to maybe say that for uh, potentially next year. There's some advantages to there are some advantages to being able to essentially say that we are 100% you know non-chemical based fertilizers and such, but um, that's nothing that we're necessarily going to be in a big rush to try to do. And we're going to most likely keep the big field as wheat, because obviously we have sort of staked some of our business around the bakery and the mill operations, and so we need to basically keep a fairly large field of something, either wheat. Well, will probably be it would probably be oats, since I think oats has a better yield on the mill. I think we discovered that a few episodes ago. And but we are going to be looking at combining some of these fields. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Not all right. I tell you what. Let's regroup and let's put a partial headland in because we can. And we'll just come in here and we'll just go across as far as we can go up to the point to where that we won't be in George's way. Go ahead, George. Take off. And then we'll come around and put another one in, and that way it'll give us a little bit more room to turn around. But anyway, as I was saying, we are going to combine some of those fields, and we're going, obviously we need to wait until we get the corn off of them, or whatever else is on them, sunflowers. And we're going to combine those into another large field, and then we're going to look at the opportunity, and I believe I mentioned this in the previous episode, we're going to look at the opportunity of investing in fields. Now we still have to take out a considerable amount of money to buy the grape harvester. Although I would say that perhaps it might make more sense to lease that. I don't know. We will see what happens when we get a little bit closer to the time to harvest those grapes. Are, but we will go from there. But our main number one goal, if we can certainly avoid it, is to not have to do a whole lot of rock collecting this year. At least in some of these smaller fields here that we're messing about in. So hopefully when the oilseed radish grows, we will be able to just do a light cultivation over the top, put our slurry down, put our seeds down, and then be able to go and not necessarily have to worry about messing around with a lot of rocks, because this field did not need to be plowed because we plowed it earlier this year, so we're going to be okay with that respect. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day wherever you may be. And by the way, happy Christmas Eve to each and every one of you that celebrate the holiday anyways. This episode will be airing for you on Christmas Eve. That is Friday, the 24th of December. And this will be the last episode that you will see until Monday. Going to basically not have episodes dropping on Christmas Day or on Boxing Day, the 26th of December, and then we will pick things back up on Monday, the 27th, with more videos here from Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel. But I hope that you've got all your Christmas shopping done. If you haven't, and you're watching this video early-ish on Christmas Eve, you obviously still have time to get out to the malls and other stores and such to get your shopping done. It's probably a bit too late. Well, it is too late unless you have a good deal with Amazon Prime for same-day delivery. But even then, not sure that I would run the risk of getting that in. We'll just do a row right up this direction here. Not sure I would risk that. You perhaps should have gotten all of your shopping done before now. But if you haven't, you're going to be forced to go out to the stores with everyone else. And I have no idea what last minute shopping looks like. I used to do the bulk of my Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve when I was a younger person, before I was wise of the ways of the world. And certainly it was frustrating. It was frustrating to be out there to sort of be that guy that's running around trying to find the right fragrance of perfume or whatever it was that I was buying for my mother or my grandmother or my girlfriend, or buying for my dad was always fairly easy. back in that time frame, my dad was into coin collecting, and so I would just essentially get him a gift certificate from one of the coin collecting stores in the area, and then he could go in and sort of cash that in for a rare coin, something that he needed for his collection, or a proof set that might have been coming out that year or the year before, or whatever the case might be. So it was always easy shopping for him. A little harder, obviously, for for my mom and my grandmother, sort of the women of the family. Um, and if I had a girlfriend at that particular point in time, generally I just said, what do you want? Make sure you tell me, exactly what you want, because that's what I'm gonna, that's what I'm gonna buy, and hopefully they'll still have it and all that stuff. But um, the the world of the world of Amazon, and I know that in some respects, Amazon, Amazon, like Walmart and some of the other stores like that, have done a number on small business. And here locally in the Denver area, I certainly try to support small business as much as possible, um, and will always do that. But there are just some things that it just makes sense to buy on Amazon, and things like my wife and I, we enjoy watching programs, especially BBC type programs. And oftentimes, if we find something that we really really enjoy, if we've watched it on Acorn, Amazon Prime, the Acorn channel, or something like that, or even PBS, something like that, we will buy that DVD. Um, and especially if it's a series, a long running series, we will buy that. And it makes sense to do that on Amazon because, to be quite honest, because of Amazon, because of um, Apple iTunes and stuff like that, going to the record store or you know the DVD movie facility. I mean, where do you even buy DVDs, movies, and CDs, music? Where do you even buy that stuff today? Yes, I know Walmart has a selection of DVDs and music CDs and such, and I know that Best Buy probably does too. But back in the day, I mean, we had shops that's what they were dedicated into selling. But gone are the days of Circuit City, and of course, talk about the decimation of the PC, um, the computer, you know, market, with like CompUSA going out of business and such as that. Fortunately for me, I've got a micro center that is about 2 blocks away from my house, 3 blocks away or so from my house, in a little strip mall, and that's fantastic because that is a great place to go um, to get PC components and such. If you need, a new hard drive, if you want to upgrade your RAM, something like that, being able to get that there is wonderful. But before they came along, of course, I think Micro Center has been there for quite a long time. But back in the day, we still had CompUSA, we had Circuit City, which had, I always found that Circuit City had more computer kind of stuff than CompUSA did, kind of in that time frame. But anyway, both of those are just memories of the past, and because the places like Amazon, Newegg, some of these other places that we can order computer parts and such from, it's just too, the prices are just too low to necessarily to ignore them. And of course, I can order something from Amazon, and because I'm a Prime member, I can have that here in my house on my front porch. Um, Sometimes same day, actually. Um, but definitely next day or the day after that. And sometimes to me, that's much more convenient than getting in my car and going down the street to Micro Center, which is a zoo, because that more or less covers the entire greater Denver area. People are coming from all over greater Denver to Micro Center because it's about the only place in town that you can buy computer parts and such as that. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, off camera, we're going to go ahead and finish up here. George and I, George will mulch, and I'm going to finish putting down the oilseed radish, and we are going to call this an episode. And again, I hope you all have a very, very wonderful and safe Christmas. And I will definitely be back with you on Monday, and have a few episodes between now and New Year's. So we still have some of 2021 to still get together, get through together, and then obviously we're going to be into the new year. But have a wonderful Christmas. Spend time with your family and your friends. Enjoy maybe some time that you'll have with Farming Simulator 22 or whatever else that you're actually playing. And just enjoy that. Enjoy it with your family and your friends. And tune back into Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel, and let's enjoy some more virtual farming together here on Elm Creek Farms, and having a great time here on this map. And we'll see you and talk to you very, very soon. Bye for now.